What's up, guys? I'm back. Sorry I did not do this video yesterday. I got really tired, so I'm doing this one now. I was gonna do like a super late night one, but I was really tired, so I decided to do it now. And the only reason I'm in a hoodie, it's like 7 in the morning right now, and it is cold. So, so sorry if I have my hoodie on. I'll have it like halfway on. But yesterday, to continue with my Jet Li theme, rewatched the movie Unleashed, and man, it was not what I expected or what I remembered. I thought it was just like some strictly action movie. No, it has this like really interesting story of this man named Danny, played by Jet Li, who's owned by this guy named who's owned by this loan shark named Bart, who I actually thought he was a really good bad guy. Bob Hoskins, I think is his name, did a really good job as the villain. So he owns this guy since birth, and then slowly Danny realizes he also meets piano player Sam, played by um, Morgan Freeman, who takes him in after a shooting. A shooting thinking, because a shooting happens where he thinks his owner Bart dies. Then he gets taken in by Sam and his family. Meets his daughter. I'm assuming daughter. Oh, stepdaughter. Sorry. Meets his stepdaughter, but then Bart's actually alive, so that's basically the film. This film is really good. I really did not expect this when I rewatched this. I was expecting something else, and then I was like, wow, Morgan Freeman does a really good performance. The fighting is so visceral in this. So, of all the fighting, this is definitely the best. The fighting in this is so fucking visceral compared, like, because a lot of the other ones are more like, you know, they're hard hitting, but man, like with this movie, and this was before like The Raid, so I thought this had like The Raid kind of like at points violence. I mean, the opening was really badass. So I will be doing 2 videos today. I'm doing this one right now, and then later I want to do a what I want from Halloween Kills ends. Sorry, what I want from Halloween ends. So that'll be later. Tomorrow I will be starting the Rocky movies, at least with the first one. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna do the second one this week. I might only just do the first one and then do the second one next week. So, but here we go. Let's get started on this movie. So this movie opens up with we're introduced to Bart, who uses Danny to basically collect loans from people who don't want to pay it. We have this cool opening with the way he releases Jet Li, just takes this chain off his neck, and then Danny wrecks him, man. This opening was fucking brutal, bro. So that was cool. I thought that was a cool way to open the film. Then he has to do another job, and this is where he meets Sam. Not Denzel, sorry, Morgan Freeman's character. And while he's learning piano, because what he has to do is he has to look at this red light that Bart uses if, obviously shit hits the fan. But while Danny's learning piano, that happens uh, and Danny is too late. So Bart kind of scolds them. So he enters. So there's another scene before this where Bart has a meeting with a guy. The guy kind of like double crosses him. They turn on him, but then he's able to release Danny. Danny fucks him up, and then one guy who clearly can tell once he's like kind of like interested in Danny, because like he's interested in seeing Danny wreck people. So the guy from earlier meets up with Bart and arranges makes a deal that he enters Danny in like a fighting, like an underground kind of fight club. So Bart agrees because he wants more money. They go to it, and this scene is fucking badass. Just the way he takes the thing off Danny. Danny just goes down there, punches the dude, and the dude's like some big jack dude, and he just punches fucking Jet just punches him twice in the throat, and the dude's dead. It's just like god damn. Jet Li is brutal in this movie. So on the way back, after the fight, they get jumped by they get like a drive by basically by the guy who Bart hit earlier, and seemingly Bart and his people died, and Jet Li escapes. Then he runs into Sam, and then he like passes out. A lot of this film is like set in the UK, and it's directed by I can't say his last name, but Luc Besson did the screenplay. Luc Besson's done a lot of great stuff, so that's why probably the way it's shot. So yeah, I think a lot of this film was shot in glass because I know it's not America, so I think that's kind of cool to see movies set in other places. So Jet Li, Danny now lives with Sam and his stepdaughter Victoria, who I thought did a pretty good job. And Danny kind of slowly starts living a normal life. Like he learns how to cook, he learns how to buy food from the store, he learns how to play piano, and he even gets his own little piano. And yeah, like slowly starts living like a life like a normal person. Um, and while out though, he meets Bart's right hand man, and it turns out Bart's still alive. So he basically orders Danny to come back and uses "I'll go to your new family," basically kill them because he's like a loan shark gangster. So he basically convinces Danny to come back, and then Bart takes him to a fight, and Danny doesn't want to fight at this point because Danny's already been living like a normal life and stuff like that. And in the film, they don't explicitly tell you, but I think him and Victoria there was a little like love connection because there's a scene she kisses him on the neck. So, and I think that's all you needed. They didn't go too much into it, but so back to the scene. So Bart takes him back to the same fight club. Danny does not want to fight, but basically Bart throws him in there, and a little bit gets his ass kicked, and then even the other guys send in like another few more people in there, and then Jet Li like finally his killer instincts like triggered, and he fucking fucks him up with like weapons and shit. It was pretty brutal, man. A lot of like the leg breaks and stuff like that are fucking brutal. So he beats them up, but he decides that he doesn't kill him though. So basically Bart loses money, and then Bart kind of beats up Danny because Danny didn't kill him. So he throws him in this little hole that he lives in. And this is where he finds out about his mother because he wants to know about his mother. And obviously, like we all knew, Bart killed his mom, but he realized Bart knew his mom. But Bart lies his way out of it. Um, and tells him like he'll find out more. So the next day, Bart is out with Danny and his cronies. They're taking him, and then Bart goes off about family, and then Danny said no matter what. Basically causes a car crash. Danny escapes, meets back up with Victoria and Sam, but he tells him to like pack up because he basically knows Bart's gonna come back. And Bart comes back. We get this really cool action climax scene where Bart sends in like these like street punks, basically, dude, they all get fucked up. And dude, there's this one scene where Jet Li like straight up kicks this dude in the shin, or the shin, and it just like caves in. Just like god damn, a lot of visceral violence, and then Bart sends in another guy. You could tell, or they call him the Stranger in this. Who's basically like the same level as Jet Li. That fight was crazy. Like, they fight like in the bathroom. This scene is pretty funny because like there's a girl taking a shower and then these guys are just fighting in the bathroom. And then there's like this part because this is part of the bathroom where like there's this. It's almost like um, really like claustrophobic in that part of the bathroom, and you have this part where Jet Li and that guy were just fighting, like trading blows back and forth in this little part of the bathroom. I thought that part was pretty cool. Jet Li ends up killing the stranger by kicking him out of a window, and then Danny comes up him. Not Danny. Bart. Sorry, Bart goes up there, goes to Sam and because he hides Sam and Victoria like he did his mom. Oh, before that it was revealed that his mom, who was a piano player, was killed by Bart. Because I think Bart tried to kiss her or whatever. She, like, hit him over the head with glass, and then he shoots her, and then he takes the kid. That's how it happened. So, like his mom did, he hides Sam and Victoria, and Bart initially wants to shoot Danny, but then he's even doing like a plea, like, no, just come back home with me. And even offers the chain. And initially, you think Jet Li's gonna take the chain, but no. Then Jet Li just beats the shit out of Bart. But Sam, because Jet Li has Bart down for the death blow, basically, and Sam obviously stops him, and Sam just hits him over the head. Hits Bart over the head with like a vase, and basically Bart and his men get arrested. I thought this was an interesting way to end the film. Oh, and then the film ends with they're watching Sam play piano, and she's playing like the song basically that his mom was playing. Yeah, this is a really good film, man. Really interesting. When I rewatched this, I was not expecting this. I didn't expect this. I thought this was gonna just be some pure action movie, but it isn't. There's some drama parts. And I thought Jet Li's performance is really good in this. Like, this is one of his films I thought acting-wise did really good. So far, the one is the one is like my favorite entertaining-wise, but like overall, it's fearless. Because Jet Li's performance in that is amazing. But I thought he was really good in this too. He did a good job of playing like a guy who doesn't know much. And like in even those little scenes where he's like learning how to cook, learning how to play piano are really good. And the connection he was gaining with Sam and Victoria was genuine. Bart was a really good bad guy. There's so many scenes. I just want this motherfucker to get his ass kicked. He got his ass kicked. I wanted him to die, but I get what they were going for. If he killed him, he would have proved to Bart that he was basically the dog he was. So he tried not to prove it. So it works, but fuck that motherfucker. He plays a really good bad guy. This film is shot well. The action is super fucking visceral, man. It's very dude, it's super hard hitting, man. Like there's a scene where Jet Li it's just like straight up punching dudes in the chest repeated, and I'm just like like a lot of moments I'm just like, dude, you could feel every fucking hit. Like the music was good. I thought obviously it's because Morgan Freeman did a really good job, and this was 2005, so this is Morgan Freeman, man. By this point, he was already a phenomenal actor. The same year this is when he did Batman Begins. So, Morgan Freeman's great. I thought the girl played, Carrie Condon is the girl who played Victoria. I don't know if I've seen her in other movies, but she was good in this. Everybody did a really good job in this, and yeah, that's really all I can say. This is a dope film. Out of 10, I'd give this film like a 9. I had fun with this. Really good concept. I was not expecting it when I rewatched it, so. My next Jet Li film will probably either be Hero, because that's one I've been getting promoted. I think I had seen some of it, but that's one I'm getting recommended a lot, so I'm probably going to do that one next week. Or the other Jet Li film he did with Jason Statham, War. I've never seen that one, so I'm going to do one of those two next week. Later, I will be doing a What I Want from Halloween Ends. And then tomorrow, we'll be starting my Rocky reviews. So, But other than that, this is a really good movie. I would recommend definitely, especially just for the action, even just for the action. But other than that, fuck Warner Brothers, fuck Disney, fuck La Bitch James, and fuck Joy Reid, and fuck Joe Biden. I'll talk to y'all a little bit later. Peace.